La 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 la. I've been so many places, done so many things, spent all my time searching for the perfect song to sing. And now I'm so much older, I finally got it right, and I realize that that song is my life. I'm growing stronger, so much wiser. Won't you please listen to my song? There is no way I could ever turn back now. Won't you please listen to my song? La 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 la. Listen to my song.
Welcome to Neloscope, the podcast. I'm Chris Nella. I'm a singer, producer, songwriter, composer, and author. And I'm on a mission to make this independent artist grind 100 times smoother. Neloscope is a podcast all about helping you embrace the process, embrace the journey, helping you become a well-monetized, well-rounded, efficient independent artist. I'll share some education, some tips, some real-life experiences, all so you can improve your creative grind. Stay tuned as we change the independent artist game, as we talk about music, technology, and life. Nella Nation, what's going on? It's me, Chris Nella, and thank you so much for joining me for season 1 of Neloscope, the podcast. Just going to jump right into the format, what you can expect to hear on Neloscope, the podcast: good music, information, and technology, artistry, things of the sort. The reason for this podcast was 3 simple reasons. I want to educate, I want to empower, and I want to inform. For those of you who don't know me, I am a 20-plus year veteran. I've seen some harsh realities, lost, spent thousands of dollars. Simply put, I want to help other people. If I would have had someone to help me in my artistry at a much earlier age, I'd be a billionaire. You understand me? What we want to talk about, let me lay it out, put my cards on the table. We're going to hear some great music, guys. The first segment of the show is going to be called Indie Fiya. Fire. That's F-I-Y-A. Indie Fiya. It will be 100% fresh from the oven. Independent artist. That's right. You heard it. 100% independent artist on the Indie Fiya segment. Yes, sir. Then I'm going to give some real life experience, guys, because everything that I've seen hasn't all been good. I'm going to be real with you. It's real in these streets. You better believe that. And I want to talk about technology. This is where you want to be if you want to know how to build your home studio. If you want to know how to manufacture a certain sound. If you want to know how to get a world-class sound without spending world-class money. You understand me? I can help with those. I plan to help with those, all here on Neloscope. Now, without further ado, here's the topic for today, guys. The topic for today is how to avoid burnout. As an artist, as a father, as a person, we've all had times where we were just, let's face it, burnt out. On today's episode 9, we're going to talk about a couple of ways of how to avoid burnout. But before we do that, it's time for Indie Fiya. Today's song is going to be All Mine by Mr. Ralph Tresvant featuring Johnny Gill. Guys, when I was young, I modeled my style of singing after Ralph Tresvant, the lead singer of New Edition, the iconic lead singer of New Edition. From elementary school, from Lost in Love, then With You All the Way, and to All the Way being in Silk. And our very first song that gained us popularity was Can You Stand the Rain? So guys, Ralph Tresvant means more to me as a singer, a lead singer, than you guys would ever know. So I consider it an honor and a privilege to play All Mine by Mr. Ralph Tresvant featuring Johnny Gill here on Neloscope, the podcast. Enjoy.
Crazy how you're running through my mind, yeah. 24/7 all the time. My number one never on the side, yeah. Just you and I, you and I. And I don't need to tell you, I'ma show you. You gon' feel it when I hold you. So get ready, I'ma go there. I'ma go there. You're all I ever asked for. I can't hold it in. Put my money on you. All we do is win. Sorry if I'm selfish. Want you for myself. Girl, you got that good. You good for my health. All mine. All mine, all mine. All mine, all mine.
All mine, mine, mine.
All mine, all mine.
Oh, oh,
All mine.
all mine.
All mine, all mine.
All mine.
All mine, all mine.
You're mine.
All mine, all mine. Now that we're alone, let's turn off the phones. Don't need no distraction while we get it on. Wanna focus on you. It's that type of mood. I'm ready for dinner, but I ain't talking about food. Ooh, oh. You're all I ever asked for. I can't hold it in. Put my money on you. All we do is win. Sorry if I'm selfish. Want you for myself. Girl, you got that good. You good for my health.
Hey, yeah. All mine.
All mine, all mine.
Ooh, oh,
All mine, all mine.
all mine, all
All
mine.
mine, all mine.
Ain't nobody else.
All mine,
All mine.
all mine,
All
all mine.
mine, all mine, all mine.
All mine, all mine. All mine, all mine. Like a diamond you shine. Yeah, I said it before. Girl, you all that and more. And more. So baby, stay by my side. And I'ma make you feel secure. And I'ma love you more and more. And more. All mine.
You're mine.
All mine, all mine. All mine, all mine. All mine, all
You
mine.
are mine, baby. You are mine.
All mine,
All
all
mine.
All mine, all mine.
I'm surprised to call you
mine,
my
all
baby.
mine.
My, my, my.
Crazy how you're running through my mind, yeah. My number one never on the side. All mine, all mine.
You're mine. Oh, mine.
Welcome back to the show, and that was Ralph Tresvant featuring Johnny Gill with All Mine. That song is available wherever you can download music or stream it. I recommend that you download it. It's the return of R&B. I like the sound of it. I like the feel of it. And of course, I like that my man Riz is out there doing it big. Keep your eyes on Ralph because I heard that he's releasing more music soon. So all of you New Edition fans, stand up. Now let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. How to avoid burnout. Let's face it, life is hard sometimes. I'm speaking for myself, and I know you guys can relate. Being a dad, being a brother, being a friend, being an artist, being a consultant, having all of those hats. Let's face it, doing what you love sometimes costs you. What I want to talk about on episode 9, 4 ways to avoid burnout. I'm going to give 4 ways that you as a creative, an artist, a producer, a dancer, a singer, a rapper, whatever you love doing, I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can avoid being burned out from it. All right, let's go. The number 1 way that you can avoid burnout, schedule something non-music related. Make sure it's a guilty pleasure. Let me explain to you. Being a producer / singer / songwriter / father / consultant / husband, my guilty pleasure is a good old action movie. The more bang, 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 the more explosions, the more loud stuff that's happening, the more hand-to-hand combat, the better. This is how I like to unwind. And I know it takes me away from all of the musical tasks and the things that I have related. Whenever I feel as if I need to get away, that is one of my guilty pleasures. And the reason why I say it needs to be a guilty pleasure, something that we don't usually indulge in, you need to remind yourself that there's life outside of this book, this song, this production. You have to physically remind yourself and release those good endorphins. There is life outside of being a producer and pumping out these songs. Because what'll happen if you just keep going, you're going to begin to despise the very thing that you're working on. So schedule something non-music related. Do something that wakes up that little kid inside of you. So that's number one. Number two, the number two way to avoid burnout, make a schedule, or else you will procrastinate on major projects and create a mountain of nothingness. Now this is for me. What you have to do is make a schedule. Put it down on paper or put it down on your phone. If you don't write it down, it does not exist. So with our major projects, we have to write them down to dedicate the brain space to it. Because if you think about it, there are about 5 billion things that you have to do throughout the day. How many of those do you take time to actually schedule those things? And then what happens, again, if you don't write it down, it doesn't exist. It lives in your imagination. So once it's written down or put into your phone, it becomes a real tangible thing. It creates mind space that this needs attention. This needs to be done. It's a real thing to me. But on the flip side of that, if you don't, you will create a mountain on the island of procrastination, so to speak. It's a mountain of nothingness. In the South, we have a saying, I'm fixing to. That's what you create. You create a lot of I'm fixing to do's. So make you a schedule, prioritize your life, or else you will procrastinate on major projects, the things that you got to do, the big ticket items, and you will create a mountain of nothingness. Number 3, don't chase the grind or lose out on rest for show. And I know a lot of you self-help gurus maybe throwing stuff at the speakers or dropping the phone, but hear me out. A lot of people are unaware of their most effective times. Like me, I work good late at night and early in the morning. You may not be a morning person. Find out your sweet spot. And that's the thing that a lot of people have not found. They're on the grind, they're hustling, they're on the grizzle, but you have not taken the time to really get to know what time you're the most effective in. A lot of people are running after the grind because it's the hot or fashionable thing, or in our mind, it satisfies the facade that we see of us being successful. And I'm not doubting that, of us being wealthy, and I'm not doubting that. But you have to have a better plan than just running around and working hard, missing out on family time. Now, I understand that there's going to be sacrifices. I understand that there are going to be some early mornings, some late nights, some extended studio times, some extended stage play rehearsals. I understand that. That is all part of what we do. However, I'm strongly against abusing your body. I'm strongly against not getting enough rest. I am strongly against just working because it's the fashionable thing to do. Here's something that I want you to do. Get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. For the next couple of days, make a journal. Find out when you feel your best and when you're the most active or when you're the most productive. So what I recommend for all of my Nella Nation, all of my creatives, find out what time is best for you. Not only as a producer or a singer or a creative, as a mom and a dad. Find out what is the best time, the most productive time, so to speak, your sweet spot. Because that way you're gonna get the most done and you won't have to worry about chasing the grind. The grind will be there tomorrow. I go back to number 2, make a schedule. And that way, the things that you have to do, your big ticket items, they're gonna get knocked out. If you put a priority on what you have to do for your livelihood, what's the most important for promotion, those things will get done. And when they're done per your schedule, you will have such satisfaction for following your schedule and not just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. You understand what I'm saying? Family, I love you guys, and I love your mental health. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be whole. I want you to enjoy life as God has promised us to live life. Number 1, schedule something non-music related. Make sure it's a guilty pleasure. We're talking about the 4 ways to avoid burnout. Number 2, make a schedule or else you will procrastinate on major projects and create a mountain of nothingness. Number 3, don't chase the grind or lose out on rest for show. And my most important, this one right here, get close. You ready? It's going to blow your socks off. If you got on shoes, it's going to blow your shoes off. But if you just got on socks, it's going to blow your socks off. Number 4, slow down, but don't stop. Step away, but don't linger. Tomorrow will be everything you want it to be and what you make it. So it's Chris Nella. I give you permission to slow down. Sit down somewhere. Smell the roses. Enjoy life. But make tomorrow what you want it to be. If you know you had 2 big ticket items or 2 major things that you had to do for your script or an outline for your book or some stems you were supposed to do for a song, prioritize those tomorrow, because you're not going to be at your peak. You're going to be mad. You're going to be resentful. You're going to be snappy. You have to slow down and step away. It's okay. And here's the key. Slow down, but don't stop. Have you ever noticed a turtle? They're slow. They're progressing. That's what I want you to be. Sometimes we have to step away, slow down. You may have 5 things on your schedule that I recommend that you make. You may have 5 things on your schedule. What are the 2 big ticket ones? What are the 2 most important? Those are the ones we want to focus on. What are the 2 that are going to, 1, affect your livelihood, or 2, bring you the most joy? Let's focus on those 2. Get them done. If you're physically fatigued and tired, family, please step away. Slow down, but don't linger. Don't stay there for days. Don't create a pity party for yourself. No, get off procrastination island. You slowed down. You had some buns. You had some cheesy poofs and snacky cakes. Come on back. Let's finish those other things on that schedule. Guys, the reason for this episode, I want the best for your mental health. During these uncertain times of coronavirus and everything that's going on in this nation, we need family time. We need me time. We need us time. But if you're always out on the grind, where will you find that time? You have to make it. Focus on those things that bring you the most joy. And speaking of things that bring you a lot of joy, it's time for this episode of Nella News and More.
Nella News
and more. COVID-19 has really changed some things around. And as an artist or a creative or whatever your profession is, you have to change with the times. You have to adapt. You have to bend. You have to mold yourself around the current times in order to remain profitable and have staying power. Our article today comes from Rolling Stone magazine. UK racetrack to become the first dedicated socially distanced venue. The Virgin Money Unity Arena in Newcastle, England can accommodate 2,500 people. The venue will announce its initial lineup of artists and entertainers and comedians starting July the 7th, with shows to begin this August. And it's a simple process. You safely park your car and join the socially distanced queuing system in the arena. Follow the directions to your personal viewing area. Have food and drink delivered to your area through the Virgin Money Unity Arena app and enjoy the show. And that was Nella News and More. Guys, it's time for Moments to be Inspired By. This is the time of the show where I share quotes, I share motivation, I share real life experiences that help motivate me to the next level. As I said earlier, I want nothing but the best for your wholeness, and that includes mental health. Today's quote is, "The human brain was built to make you live. Happiness is your job." And that was Moments to be Inspired By. I hope it helped change your perspective on life. Guys, episode 9. It's a wrap. We're nearing 500 downloads. My mind is blown. Here's a couple things I want to communicate with you. The best way to reach me is on Instagram at Nellascope. I want to hear from you. Who knows? I may give you a shout out on the next episode. I read all of your comments. I read all of your inspiration. Keep sending me feedback. I am on the drive for 500, that is. So if you would, please share, like, subscribe, and repeat, because we're on the drive for 5. And I can't do this alone. I need my Nella Nation. We're on the drive for 5, all right? So my Indie Fiya song today was by the iconic Ralph Tresvant featuring Johnny Gill with All Mine. Make sure you download that song. Make sure you stream that song, and keep your eye out for Mr. Ralph Tresvant. He's releasing new music. He's back. We talked about 4 ways to avoid burnout. I gave you 4 ways that you could use in your everyday life to help avoid burnout. We talked about the very first social distancing arena in the UK. So all of my UK Nella Nation, drop me a line to tell me if you're going to attend a show there. Make sure you tune in next week for episode 10, when we talk about It's Almost Good Enough, Still Good Enough. Guys, I'm in love with you, but God loves you more. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Live hard, laugh hard, and love hard. It's Chris Nella, and I am gone. I'll see you next week.